Hey, hello, my friends. Hope everybody is well today. I'm Paul Apollonia. Hey, before I get started, if you like what you see here, please hit that little like button for me on the video. It means a lot to me. And please subscribe to my channel. Again, I'm Paul Apollonia. Main venue is eBay. Do a lot of online selling. Do some on Amazon, and I need to spread my wings a little bit on some other platforms. I think you should always be out there on other platforms. As much as I love eBay, there's a lot of money out there on other platforms, and it's just good to be on other platforms. We are going to go over what I sold. I selected items on eBay, what I sold on July 19th, July 20th, 2020. Gosh, these dates, whatever, to July 26th, 2020. Oh, brother. Hope everybody is well during this pandemic. Please wash your hands often. Don't touch your face. And wear a mask if you must or if you're required to. Not to tell anybody what to do, but just be careful out there. It could be quite dangerous, especially if you're getting old like I am. You got to watch this kind of stuff. All right, so let me try and move this thing around a little bit here. A little bit of an angle there. eBay was pretty good this week. Actually, it was a real good, not excellent, but good. But again, let me stress a few other things. You need to have whatever you want to call it, multiple streams of income, side hustles, whatever. And I did a few things outside of the online selling world. My hourly rate is high for what I do. I do headlight restoration. That's a standard price. But like if somebody asked me to come over and do something, like I did some small engine repair. Actually, a friend of mine has me come over there and do some odds and ends around her house. She's an older lady. My rates are high for two reasons. I'm not really thrilled about doing this kind of work, like odds and ends, but it helps pay the bills at times, and it gives me a lot of value. And I want to separate myself from the others. When people give me an issue with the rate I charge, and they go hire some young kid, and they're like, I can't take this. I have to watch this kid all the time. And I tell people that's why I charge what I do. You don't have to watch me, and the job gets done right the first time. And I do work pretty quick, as I am charging a premium price for my time. So it's always important to have a side hustle. Like I said, I did two small engine repairs last week. A headlight restoration, did some work for that lady I told you about. And she called me back Friday for 2 more hours, and I did some more work for her. So it all works out. It's very, very important for you to have a side hustle, multiple streams of income, whatever you want to call it. It's important if you're trying to do this full time, which I love. This gives me the freedom to do other things and keeps me home, which is nice. All right, so let's get to the reason why you're watching this video. See what I sold last week. I'm going to tell you, obviously, what I sold. I'll give you some great tips and tricks. I'll go over one listing from start to finish real quick on what I do. I do a lot of consignment. Consignment is probably about 60% of my business, if not more at times. Consignment is not for everybody. My rates are 50% to the first 100 or so. All depends what the deal is. We arrange what they got to sell, how much I have to sell, and it goes down from there. It's really neat. I love it. But you got to have good clients, and you got to have clients that have zero emotional attachment to what they're trying to sell. It's very, very important. I also do a lot of training. Love doing in-person training, but that has sort of come to a kibosh halt during this pandemic, and I've been doing more and more Zooms. And I also run the eBay Raleigh Meetup group, which now is a Zoom, and it probably will stay a Zoom from here on out, no matter what happens. I'll probably just maybe do a coffee break at the Panera where we used to meet at maybe every couple of months or so. But having it as a Zoom opens me up to a lot easier for guests to get in the Zoom than trying to get me to work it out at Panera with their bad Wi-Fi, and I can use Spectrum's hotspots, but they're questionable. I got to bring in screens and everything. It's a pain in the neck. So that's why I'm going to keep it a Zoom. It is a $5 fee to get on that Zoom. It is well worth it. These meetup people put a lot of time into the meetups, so I need to get paid for my time. All right, let me get started here. Enough of that droning on and on. Again, I part out. I also parts out a lots of items. Parting out items is one of my things I do. I love parting out stuff I find for free. There is a video of this vacuum cleaner I found in a parking lot. To this date, it's been 2 weeks. I've made $45 profit off of the few parts that I sold. And I think all the parts I sold were in this week, maybe last week, but I think they were all in this week. Excuse me. So this is a dustbin, whatever you want to call it, dustbin canister. Just pop it off. I clean it up real good. I try and clean my parts out the best I can. Let's go over the pictures first. All pictures are taken on my phone. Let me shrink this down a little bit. You don't need to see my ugly mug that big. I try and I do all my pictures on my phone. And then I use both the eBay app on my phone and the desktop eBay to create listings. Usually I create the listing or I find a self-similar on my desktop or on my laptop, and then I save it. I make all the changes, I save it, then I take the pictures on my phone and I upload on my phone. Sometimes I find self-similars on my phone and do it that way. It all depends what mood I'm in, to be honest with you. But I do use both of them. So let's look at some of the pictures. They are done back. The background is Dollar Tree whiteboards. The poster board is on the bottom, and the project board, the triangle thing, is on the top. And I'm using basically, here's a light right here. One of these Dollar Tree Sunbeam LED lights for a light. Front, top, all angles I take. I cleaned it up pretty good. Actually, you still see some water in it, lifting up all the different things. And the very last photo, when I'm doing parts, and I try and do this, I sometimes don't do it, is I have the picture of the model number there. So let's go over listing real quick. The title is search friendly, keyword friendly. I do not worry about grammar. Do not worry about grammar and title. You are trying to get the search engines. You are trying to get eBay search to pick that up and Google Shopping. Every day or every night, eBay uploads all their listings to Google Shopping. So you're really on two markets there. Remember that a lot of times when you're Googling something and you'll see it pop up, you'll see an eBay listing pop up. That is why it is in Google Shopping. It's used, obviously. I would put whatever it was. It's obviously used. And I always use the condition description. Basically, this is the same, and I'll show you it all printed out, typed out further down below. But basically, this is a copy and paste from here down to my item description. I did free shipping because I look at what the solds were, and they were doing free shipping. I'm not a big fan of free shipping. Please remember, when you're doing free shipping, you've got to add some money into your number there to make up for shipping. So they were going for $26.99. I paid nothing for this item. I found it in a parking lot. I did plug it in when I got home. The motor did work. I did list the motor also, but it was clogged up real bad. So I paid nothing for it. So far, I'm probably 10 minutes into this item, and I think the shipping was about $9. I forget where it went. So I made pretty good money on this. I made about $14 on this in my pocket. Most of my items I'm selling for anywhere from a couple of bucks, sometimes even lower than that. All depends how fast and quick I can ship it. Like if I'm selling this pen, why is this thing at an angle for some reason? So if I'm looking like this, I'm sorry, or like that, I'm sorry. If I'm selling this pen and I can ship it out real quick, I don't mind throwing an envelope. I don't mind making a couple bucks off of it. A lot of people don't mess with those things, but I don't have a problem doing that. So anywhere from a couple bucks all the way up to about 30, 40 bucks is my bread and butter sales. Yes, I do get those $100, $500, $1,000 items. Those are far and few between. Excuse, my dog is walking around behind me. If you hear noise. So I'm doing free shipping. I'm still using PayPal. eBay is going to what they call a managed payment system shortly, which is going to be very similar to Apple Pay. It's going to be better. I know there's a lot of people upset with it, but I truly think it's going to be better for all sellers on eBay. to where they can accept anything, almost anything as payment-wise, cards, Apple Pay, whatever. Here is what I was saying. That is a condition description, excuse me. And we're going to go over other specifics in a second. But I basically copy the condition description and put it down in the description. So they are seeing the same thing twice. Item specifics are very, very, very important. I can't stress that enough. Very important. eBay search uses item specifics and Google Shopping uses item specifics. When you are creating an item specific, you will click on, you'll see a drop-down menu. Try your best to pick something in the drop-down menu. I know sometimes your selection, what you want to put in there is not in there. It's okay to add it in there, but you really want to keep with what is in the drop-down menu. Millions of people have searched on that. I copy and paste the title, put it the first line, and this is the condition description, like I said. Let's go over to shipping real quick. We're just about done with this one. I use global shipping program, so I ship internationally, but I use eBay's global shipping program, also known as GSP. So it basically is a program where I ship it to eBay's location in Kentucky, and once they get it, and it's okay, and it's been packed properly and shipped properly, they send you an email, and they say, and actually, yes, it's actually an email, not a message, and they say, hey, we got the item, you're good. Once they have it, and they have secured the item, you are out of the picture. It can get broken, stolen, lost, whatever. eBay picks up the costs on both ends. I have heard nightmares from people with global shipping. I have never had a problem with global shipping, and I've been on the program since the day it started. You can do it manually. You can do your international shipping by yourself. They also claim that buyers are charged too much in taxes. I have no idea, whatever. It's so much easier to ship international using global shipping. I recommend either using global shipping or doing international shipping on your own. If you are not shipping international, you're leaving a lot of money on the table. A lot of people. My shipping is usually 99% of the time economy shipping. Why do I pick that? And it's usually a flat rate shipping or free shipping, because I can use any eBay option in shipping if I do economy shipping. I can do post office, FedEx, post office flat rate, post office priority, FedEx ground, FedEx Smart Post, which is a collaboration between the post office and FedEx. I can pick any of them. If I were to pick priority mail, technically I cannot ship it any other way but priority mail. Can't ship it FedEx. Well, you can, but then eBay may not back you up because you're using a different shipping option. When you're picking economy shipping, your buyer may be scared, like they'll see like 5 to 10 days, they'll get the item, but 98% of the time I ship it out priority, post office, and they get it within a few days. And most of my feedback states fast shipping. Return policy is 30 days. That is your minimum. I know when it went from 14 to 30, I was having a cow, maybe 2 cows, going crazy about it, but I'm okay with that now. So that is basically it. That is one of my listings. Let's go up. It's thundering outside. This other one is actually this buyer bought 2 of these games from me. He asked me if I could combine shipping, and I said okay. I thought it was kind of silly, but it was. I think I refunded him $1 or something on the shipping. It's kind of, I don't know why he wanted that, but that's fine. I got these these were originally a consignment item. A friend of mine was clearing out a bunch of storage units he had, and we worked out a deal. Anything $100, I can keep. Anything over $100, we can split. And I worked with him for about 2 months, and he said, don't worry about it. I don't know what happened, whatever. So he said, just keep what you got. And I think this is a few things I have left from him. So this item, and ooh, thunder and lightning out there. Hopefully we won't get a blackout or anything, or a power outage. This other item went to the same person, which is pretty cool. Paid nothing for it, got it for free. This was an item I found in our pantry. Very quick story about this. Now, I'm pretty thorough when I sell an item. I rarely ever let something go out that's not right. And again, I'm open, I'm real. Hey, we all make mistakes. Somehow, and I never took a picture of the bottom of this, the woman was saying that the plunger was dirty and black and she couldn't clean it. And we were going back and forth. And I see some little black right, if you look near the bottom. I don't know how I missed that, but I see it now. And I should have cleaned it better, but I did not. So we went back and forth a little bit. And I thought, this is my own item. I can't remember where I think we were getting involved in Pampered Chef or something, whatever, years ago. She said it stunk inside. Now it's going back and forth. I said, how about a partial refund? And she was like, okay. And I thought, you know what? It's not even worth it's $21. And I got the item for free. And it was in my cupboard in my kitchen for 10 years. And it was my fault. So I just gave her a total refund. She was happy. I was happy. She even gave me a positive feedback with a great item. Don't mind the scratches, but it stinks inside. Kind of positive, negative, whatever. That's fine. But she gave me a great feedback. And I thanked her for that. So remember, things in your house. We all have at least $3,000, I think more than that, of items in our house we could sell. So always remember that. This is an item I found up the street. There was a microwave someone was throwing away. I quickly ran up there, opened it up, and pulled the microwave tray out and snapped a picture of the scene. Now, here's one of these listings again that I didn't put the model number tag at the end. Snapped a picture of the model number tag and looked it up on Google. And I have a 55-minute video on how I do that. That's going to be a for sale video. It's going to be very, 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 very affordable for everybody. So I found out the model number was, I think it was that. These are the model numbers it fits. So there is, I wouldn't say a lot of money, but there's money in microwave trays. You could either use one way I've shipped these before is with a pool noodle around it and put it in a box. But anymore, I just wrap them in bubble wrap, and they usually go into a priority A box, which is the cheapest way to ship that through the post office. Like I said, got it for free, walking the dogs, ran back up there and got it. Not a whole lot of money in this, probably made about $10, which was fine with me. I was happy with it. There is the model number. Oh, there it is. There's a model number that I had on the tray. So yes, there is money in these trays, not a whole lot, but there is money in the trays. Another item I found in my kitchen we were cleaning up. This one was good, clean. I made sure it was clean. I washed it out. I made sure it was clean, and it was clean. Oy, oy, oy. We all make those mistakes. So didn't make a whole lot of money on this. Probably made about $8 on this, which was fine. It was in the cupboard. I thought these went for a lot more than this, but I think these have tanked over the years. These used to go for a good bit of money back in the day when Tupperware, I don't know, when people were collecting vintage Tupperware. I rarely put the word vintage in my title, but it seemed like everybody had the word vintage in their title with these things. So I figured, and they were all selling, so I figured, what the heck, let me put vintage in there. Yes, that is a special character, and I just told you guys don't use special characters in titles, and you will see people selling lots of things with special characters in the titles. I have no idea. But that, I did not want to put that in there, but that's what the part number was, or the model number was. All pictures of the inside. There's the underneath. So I take pictures of all the sides and everything so people know what they're getting underneath of the lid. Excuse me. This is a consignment item. I am helping a person who closed up a auto repair shop a couple towns away. Called me up, asked me if I want to do some consignment. Actually, wanted me to buy a huge pallet of parts, and I said, no, I can do consignment. He thought about it. He called me a couple weeks later. He goes, yeah, just take them. Manuals are selling slowly, what some online resellers call long tail sales, which means you're going to have them for a while. Some of the manuals are selling pretty quick. There's some dead inventory in this pile of stuff I need to talk to him about. But so again, I made half of this, $11, went out media mail, probably $3.99. So I made $11, which is fine. All I did was take it, put it in a poly envelope. Sometimes I wrap it in plastic food wrap to protect it, put it in a poly envelope, seal it, goes out media mail, and that is fine. Remember, media mail is for printed material. You cannot ship video games media mail. You could if you like, but if they open it up, which sometimes they do, they will fine you. You don't want to go on the wrong side of the post office. The cigar box, where you guys heard these stories before. I am a cigar smoker, not a big cigar smoker, but I smoke a few cigars, smoking a little bit more than I should with the pandemic. But when I go to the cigar wine store, there are cigar boxes usually on the shelf. I don't just go get the empty ones. I usually buy a few cigars just to give them some money, and they know. And they are free most of the time at these places. Sometimes places charge for them. But if I were to pay for these things, I would not pay a whole lot because you don't make a whole lot of money on these things. I average about $5 to $7 a cigar box. Now, that's not much money to people, and I know people would say that's a waste, but I'm into the free money, to be honest with you. So I get these for free, take them home, which I've got a whole 2 boxes full of these things. Now I got a list. Take it home, take a bunch of pictures real quick. I usually have one listed that's the same brand, or I do sell similar what I have, or I have a template. I have a template for the cigar boxes too. I make pictures of all the sizes. Now, these pictures, I think I'm going to get rid of in the future and just put the size in because people are not looking at these pictures and they're saying they didn't know what size it was. They're still happy with it, but they didn't know what size it was. I do free shipping because everybody's offering free shipping on these. Again, these are not a high dollar sale. Most of them go out first class. I wrap it in bubble wrap or foam, anything I can find in furniture store dumpsters or people give me. I don't pay for my packing material or my boxes most of the time. I haven't bought packing material in probably 10 years. Boxes, every once in a while I'll buy boxes or two. There are boxes that are cigar boxes that are heavier than 16 ounces. Remember, when you're shipping via eBay, first class post office is up to 16 ounces. If you take that same item to the post office, there only goes up to 13 ounces. So remember that. Another reason why you should really be shipping through eBay if you're selling on eBay. I don't know why people take things to the post office, but that's between them and the post office, I guess. But when you can do everything at home and get drastic discounts on your shipping via eBay. This is a Dollar Tree item. Yeah, we're not making a lot of money on these. But again, I'm at the Dollar Tree. I'm buying something else. I scoop these things up. I list them. Not making a lot of money. Obviously, free shipping goes up first class. I think I made about $2 on this. But again, it was actually what I did this time was I used 2 of these poly envelopes, shoved the one end in there, and then put the other end up and then just shoved it in like this. And it went out like that, which was great. Like I said, I don't make a whole lot of money on these. I think I made $2 maybe on this. Like again, it's not a lot of money, but it's a sale, and I think every sale is important for your eBay business and your rankings in eBay. The same vacuum cleaner I parted out that I showed you the first item. There's another item I sold. Something off of it. I don't even know. It's a hose connector or something. I did pretty good. Went out first class. Went out in the same envelope. Just threw it in a padded flat rate envelope. Sealed it up. I did pretty well. I think I made $11 on that. Again, I actually take the whole vacuum cleaner apart, but I was parting it anyway, getting to the motor, so that was easy to get out. This was an item I got at a ham fest, a amateur radio ham fest. It's like a big flea market of electronic stuff, old electronic stuff. I'm a amateur radio operator, N3GCA, not very active, but I'm there. This was an item that was opened up. This went global shipping program. This went somewhere else but the USA. I couldn't figure out where the address was because it really doesn't show you when you're doing global shipping. It used to on the packing slip. I tried to bring up the packing slip and it didn't show me anymore. Maybe I did something wrong. But I was very clear. I have parts not working. Please read. Okay? Here, we'll go down here because it's the same thing. Using all the other specifics I could find. I think I even added one. Oh, here, it's a bundle. See, a small telescoping antenna. What else here? Okay, nothing else. Please read. I'm selling this as for parts not working. I bought this at a Hamfest several years ago. I can't be any more honest than what I am with in these listings. So I get very few returns because I'm super honest, maybe a little wordy. Seems to work okay. I did not try. The screws for the lid are missing. I have no idea if it was tampered with or repaired. Some scratches and wear from use. This was a scanner I've always wanted since they came out, and I found it for probably $5, if that, at the Hamfest. And I thought, great, I found what I always wanted. And guess what? I never used it. So, this was the same Hamfest. I bought a whole box of software off a guy. Walked past it. He wanted $20 for it. I said, walked past it again. As I was leaving, I went, I'll give you $10 for that box of software. I sold one. It was a Windows NT server sealed for $350 out of the box. So there's money out there. You got to be aware. You got to have niches all over the place anymore. It's great to have one niche, but you got to have niches. Like, this is my hobby. So I knew about the scanner. I knew about the software. So I did computer programming for 20 some years. You just gotta know niches. Watch YouTube people. Hey, watch me on YouTube. Watch others. Watch knowledgeable people and learn niches, because that's riches are in the niches, they say. So there's that. I did charge for shipping. I put it in one of those 12 by 12 by 8 or by 9 post office boxes. You get the post office padded, a lot of padding in it. And I think it went out for $9.99, so I made some money on shipping. I have no problem making money on shipping. I don't refund any money from shipping. Sometimes I make money. Sometimes I lose money. Sometimes I do calculated shipping. Most of the time, I just do flat rated shipping. Another part from that vacuum cleaner. Not a high dollar part. Probably made about $6 off of this because it went out first class. Same thing. Put it in a padded flat rate envelope. Interesting item here. These were teas that I never used. We bought. They actually expired in July, and I sold them last week, obviously. Didn't make a whole lot of money off of these. I don't think we bought them. I think somebody gave these to us for some reason. We don't even have a Keurig coffee maker. Maybe I found them somewhere. I don't know. Probably somebody gave them to people. Give me stuff all the time. That's why it's important to tell everybody what you're doing. People will give you stuff to say, hey, you know what? I don't want this. Here, just take it. I know you sell this stuff. Just take it. I've made a lot of money just by getting stuff for free. Didn't make a whole lot of money. Went out first class. I think it was 9 ounces. So I was under the $3.99. Made a few, maybe not much, for 50 cents or something on shipping. Probably total made maybe $5-6 on this, which I'll take. Hey, quick sale. Throw them in a box. Oh, this is an awesome item. Now, these old video games, they go for good money. Could not get $35.99. I had this listed for a couple of weeks. Somebody made me a best offer of $20. I don't do the best offer option on items a lot. Sometimes it's a waste, but I think sometimes you can get some sales on it. I would rather send somebody a best offer than have the best offer option on the item. But this person sent me an offer, I think, for $20. I was like, ugh. So I do 20% less of $35. I think it was $29. I sent him back, and he went back with $24, $26. I got this item for nothing. This was the same consignment deal with the storage units the guy was doing. He said, whatever. Okay, great. And it works. I don't know how to play the game, but everything seemed to work on it. I even have pictures here. There's the first picture. I do my best to take the best pictures I can. That picture could have been better. There's the battery compartment. Sides. I do all the sides. Ooh, it's a little blurry. There's one of the pictures of the item working. There's that. So I'm showing. I don't know what's going on. Now we're stuck. Okay, but I'm showing the item working. So I did pretty good on that. Got this for nothing. So I did pretty good. Made it, but I think it was $26.99 plus shipping. It went out first class, insured, so I paid a little bit more out of my pocket for shipping. I think it was $510 or $520 because I wanted to insure it. Now I could have sent it out for $735 because you get free $100 insurance priority in one of these big padded flat rates. I could have sent it out in a small uh, post office box, one of the flat rate boxes. That I probably should have done that, to be honest with you, because I think that was five something shipping it out in one of the little tiny boxes. But hey, it's gone. He got it, left me a feedback. He said quick shipping, so he must be happy with it. A few more items. This is a thrift store find. I don't go to thrift stores too often, but I've been hitting them a little bit on my way when I pass this one, because this one seems to have some really good gems. I have no idea if this thing works. I made it like it was mine. It was working when last used. Make sure the item will fit your appliance. I always put, when I'm selling parts or any kind of appliance parts, like I said, all this is down here. I always put this on. Please make sure it's not responsible for item not fitting. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Bought it for $4 or $3. Didn't make a whole lot of money on this. It sold within a week, and it went in a very small box. And I think it went out first class, right on the edge of 16 ounces, I think. So I found a similar item, and I did a sell similar. Always make sure when you're doing a sell similar that your quantity is one, if you have one. Sometimes people are selling multiples, and sometimes their quantities come across when you do a sell similar on eBay. Not too many item specifics. I couldn't find too much on it. I even Googled it. That is the part number, and I did my best to take as many pictures as I can. I don't know why I took a picture of the back of the plug, but that's the front of the plug, the three prongs. It's a very old item. Took pictures of the wear on the pedal. Like I said, didn't make a lot of money on this. Probably just a couple bucks, but it was fine. Another consignment item from the the auto shop that closed up. I'm hoping this goes good. This went internationally again. Went global shipping program. Just had to ship it down to Kentucky. It went first class, I think. I can't remember. Was it under 16 ounces? I can't remember. But again, the last item, the last picture is always a picture of the tag or the number off the box or whatever. It's for a Datsun 240Z from the 70s. It's a pretty cool car. Fits a few other cars. I was pretty clear with here. I put my own item specific in here. Purelator part number on the filter. Refer to photo. And I'll show you that photo here. I know we're getting a little long-winded here. We're almost done. A few more items. There's a Purelator number right there. I have no idea. I was a little concerned. I'll be quite honest with you. This is an old item. It sure looks new to me. It looked clean inside. I could see the sun through it when I put it up to the sun. It's just old. So I'm hoping this goes okay. This was not a big dollar ticket. Big dollar sale. Again, it was a consignment item, so I got half of whatever I made here. Probably made about $8 after shipping, maybe $8 or $9, which was fine with me. Dishwasher parts. I love parting out things, and I'm working on a course right now that I will be selling on Teachable in a little while, I'm hoping. We're editing the videos as I speak. It'll be very affordable too. A dishwasher soap dispenser, detergent dispenser. Don't get a lot of money for these, but if you're taking apart other things, you might also take off parts will sell on a dishwasher. And on the end, I usually have the part number, the item number tag, but I don't have that. I just have a picture of what I wrote down on masking tape, but that's fine. That's good. I made this went out first class, probably $20 on this, which was good. I was happy with that. Another part from the vacuum cleaner I showed you. See, I'm telling you, there's money in these in vacuum cleaner parts and etc. You got to really look them up first. Made free shipping because everybody else was offering free shipping. I tried to shove that. This was going out to California, I think, and I tried to shove it in one of these, and I've shoved lots of stuff in these things. I've shoved children's parkas in these things, and I couldn't get this. I couldn't get it to seal right, and you've got to use the seal on here. And you're allowed one piece of tape over it. You can't be taping a ton of tape around it. Probably made about $18 on this after shipping because it couldn't fit in one of those. And I think the post office was still cheaper. FedEx is cheaper going to the West Coast for me usually. Two more items up. Blower housings. I've told you I've sold these, listed these 2 years ago, didn't sell one. I think this is my 30th or 35th one I've sold this year. I average about $15 each on these when I sell these. Real quick story, and I was cool with it all, but I was a little upset at the end. Somebody messaged me, will this fit my engine? I don't know. They sent me the engine, the engine number. What's it called? The model number. I look it up. I spend time looking it up, comparing it. Okay. I said, I'm not sure. Then I said, send me some pictures of the item you have that you want to replace. He sends me pictures of the item. And I said, okay, it lines up. It matches up with these. This is very important when you're selling these to take pictures of the sides because they are all different on different blower housings and different models of engines. It fits. Okay, great. It should fit. Great. You said, thank you. Well, let me look around for a better deal. Whoa. I was like, and I said this to him, I went, wow. I just spent like an hour with you looking over this and doing all this other stuff, and you're going to go to somebody else? I know, kind of shouldn't really said anything. I know. But I was kind of like taken back by that. And he came back, well, I'm in Canada and blah, 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 blah. I was like, okay, whatever. So and then he said he found one in his garage. He probably bought one off of somebody else, but that's fine. Whatever. It's good. Like I said, I even have it in my description and in my condition description to please look at the side photos. What is up with this thing? Why are we getting stuck? Okay, I don't know. All right, here we go. Make sure it matches the one you replace. Please make sure it fits over and over again. And there's different rope lengths, and I'm all out of the short ropes. This is for pressure washers as a short rope. All the other ones are for lawnmowers. Last item coming up. Yippee! What the heck? Oh, okay, here we go. Same, another part off of that LG dishwasher. So I've sold the upper rack, and this, and the soap dispenser. So we're doing pretty good. This was a dishwasher a consignment client gave me that was actually in his attic. I don't know why he put it in his attic, but we got it down. His kid fell on the door and the door bent, and he said, here, just take it. And I'm selling parts off of it, which I love to do. So there you go. Not a big ticket item. Obviously, none of these were big ticket items. It's all volume, and these were not the only items I sold on eBay. Probably made about $12 on this, maybe $13, which was fine with me. It went out in a small box, and I went crazy with all the pictures. Anytime I see numbers, I take a close up. Anything, any kind of connections I see on there, I always take a close up of the connection. See on the bottom there, and that connection. And let's see what we got. What we got? Okay. Well, that is about it. I hear it pouring outside, which is good. We can sure use the rain. Please, again, if you like this video, please smash your like button and subscribe to my YouTube channel. I'm always trying to give you guys value. Once a week, I do these videos of what I sold, and I put other little videos out there on things to look for, how to part out items, or what to look for when you're parting out items, what tools to use, etc., and frugal tips. And I am still offering, I forgot to mention this at the beginning, my eBay course. It is a 2-hour video series. It's an older course, about 3 years old now, but it's what they call evergreen. You can still use a lot of the tips and tricks today. I try and keep it to where you can keep on getting value from the course for years to come. Keep it basic and keep it chock full of stuff. It is normally $97, but I'm selling it during the pandemic. I'm going to end the sale soon for $1. The link will be below. Please check out the link. It'll be the first link in the description down there. Please check that out for $1. It is a 2-hour course, but it's broken down into 15, 20-minute videos. And we go over, I forget, we're selling a speaker for a car CB or a car scanner or a ham radio speaker, whatever for a car, and we take it step by step by step by step. Pictures, talk about where you find items, a lot of tips and tricks, well worth $1. So a great way to earn money during this pandemic. Hey, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate it. Please be careful with all this going around. Wear a mask if you can, if you must, please, and wash your hands and don't touch your face, people, and we'll be all good. All right, my friends, you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Happy selling.